Today's video is sponsored by my good friends over at Rewind. Now you might recognize Rewind because they have been sponsoring our Friday videos this entire summer. And today we're going to be doing a product showcase for one of their products. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to their channel, drop a like if you get value out of this video, and don't forget to check out the description down below so that you can get a link to start your free 30-day trial. And before we jump too far into the video, I want to tell you a little bit about Rewind. Rewind is a data backup and recovery solutions for SaaS applications. It's Rewind's mission to help businesses protect their SaaS applications by enabling companies to back up, restore, and copy the critical data that drives their businesses. Specifically, Rewind Backups for Jira is a managed backup and restore solution that automates your backups and provides advanced restore capabilities. You will see how to set up an account and how to automate your backups with comprehensive coverage in minutes. And I really do mean minutes. And most importantly, you're going to see how to restore your account or item of your choice in just a few clicks. All right, let's jump into the Atlassian Marketplace and let's take a look at some of the offerings that Rewind has for our Atlassian users. Here we are in the Marketplace, and as you can see, there's three main applications that you can get here, but this doesn't cover all the Atlassian tools. We're actually going to show you all the products that Rewind covers in just a second. But here within the Marketplace, you're going to see Rewind Backups for Jira Cloud, Rewind Backups for Confluence, and Rewind Backups for Bitbucket. If you head on over to their website, you're going to see that they have integrations for a lot of different SaaS applications. So on top of the ones I just mentioned, they have Shopify, QuickBooks, GitHub, Trello, Jira Service Management. So if you are looking for a backup solution and you want to go beyond just Atlassian, so make sure you check out their website because they might offer backup solutions for a different SaaS application that's under your belt. All right, but let's get back into the Atlassian Marketplace and take a closer look at Rewind Backups for Jira Cloud. Here we are in their Marketplace listing, and I just want to highlight a couple of things. First and foremost, automated daily backups and fast recovery for Jira Software and Service Management, SOC 2 compliant and backed by Atlassian. This is probably the biggest headline here because SOC 2 compliance is a really critical thing that businesses have to go through, and being able to have a tool that you can rely on and count on in order to help pass your SOC 2 audits is going to be really critical. Not to mention that it's automated daily backups, and this means that you don't have to do anything. You do have the option to do a manual backup, and we'll show you that in a few minutes. But just rest assured that once you set this up, it's going to just work magically in the background. Let's take a look at what else they have. As I mentioned, automated backups and on-demand data recovery. They're going to be able to restore your data, and it's going to be able to have either an entire site restoration, or you can cherry pick just the specific issues that you want. And there's a comprehensive backup coverage. So in case you're wondering what is covered, let me show you. So as you can see here, it's going to back up all your issues. And it's not just your issues, it's doing the attachments, the comments, the field configurations. So basically all your settings as well. It's also doing your projects. So any avatars, components, categories, features, properties, keys, all that good stuff for your projects. It's also doing your screens, your tabs, your tab fields, your schemes. And probably most importantly for all you Jira admins out there, your workflows. It's going to be able to bring in your transition rules, your schemes, your scheme project associations, drafts, and transition properties. So as you can see, it's a very comprehensive Jira backup solution, and we're going to be giving you a quick demo. But before we do that, let's finish taking a look at what they offer here. So it's a super simple setup, and I really do mean super simple. It takes literally a minute or two. You do get a free 30-day trial, so make sure you check out the link in the description down below. You have automated daily backups. Rewind is going to perform your daily backups automatically. It's going to save you time. And you also have the ability to do a manual one if you choose to, which allows you to back up at any time. It has a 365 data retention. It has automatic data recovery. There's full coverage of your data. So again, you're going to get everything. So you're not going to be missing out on anything. And for all you security people out there, Rewind is proudly SOC 2 Type 2 compliant. Data is encrypted in transit and at rest using TLS 1.2 and AES 256. You have a couple of locations for your data residency. And for everybody that needs single sign-on, it does support single sign-on. So with that said, let's go take a look at a demo and actually take a look at how this application works. Let me show you how easy it is to make an account. All you got to do is come over to the Rewind website, click on Start Your Trial, And when you do that, you're going to be able to do a sign up with Google, which I recommend, super, super easy, or you just fill out your information here. Once you have this set up, it's going to be the same account, whether you use the login on the Rewind website or if you go through the Jira UI. And I'll show you that again in a second. So there's actually two different ways of getting into this backup. Now I can come in straight from my apps into my vault here. Now this, I've already set it up. And as you can see, this is going to show me everything that is already backed up. What you're seeing here is these are dashboard updates. I got screens that have been added. And as I keep scrolling down, I got filters, I got projects, I got workflows, pretty much anything and everything, issue updates. All the work that I'm doing in Jira, it's just being updated. Now, this is the one easy view of seeing things within the world of Jira. But if you're using or rely on Rewind to do multiple backups for you, you can also use their website under Rewind, and you'll be able to see your different vault with all your different subscriptions, with all the different apps that you're basically purchasing from Rewind. So this view is basically the exact same thing, except it's not inside of Jira. But as you can see, as I toggle between the two, they look almost identical, other than the fact that I got the Jira UI wrapped in this app. I can also hit backup now, which will just trigger a backup, although these backups are automated to just run nightly, every single night at midnight. I can do an export, and of course it's going to do some verification. It's really, really secure, so this is really good. I have some filters, some searches that I can do. I can do an advanced restore. So again, if I accidentally need to restore a project or an issue or a sprint or a board or a workflow, again, something that I accidentally deleted, well, now I can rest assured that this is going to help me bring it back. Now, what's really interesting is that this process is going to recreate all the items that were deleted, and it's going to update all the items that have been modified since the date and time selected. This is very, very important because sometimes you have changes, right? So it looks like it's going to be able to figure that out, and we're going to test it out in a second to see how it behaves. Now, this process will not delete any resources as part of the resource, so you can rest assured that your data is going to be there, and of course, you have some documentation here. Now, you can just pick a date, so this is basically like Time Machine if you have an Apple device, where you can go back in time, figure out when you want to restore from, and then come back. So you just pick your date. As you can see, I enabled this on the 13th, and so every day here, I can always go back into my Jira to that date and time, and essentially bring it back. Now, before we do a restore, we're actually going to go delete something. We're going to back it up, and then we're going to try to restore. But before we go that far, let's take a look at the last tab here, which is the statistics. So as you can see, I got 1,280 items backed up. 94 have been backed up in the last 7 days, and 1,280 obviously in the last 30 days. It shows me all the boards that have been backed up, my dashboards, filters, issues, projects, screens, sprints, workflows, and shows me the entire total. So this is really, really interesting. I really, really like how easy it is. I can't stress just how easily and automated this is. Like, I literally did nothing, and I can rest assured, I can go to sleep knowing that this is just working in the background. And it's a really good feeling because, again, this is not something that is built into Jira. And so the fact that you have this and that you can pay for this and it's not that expensive, it doesn't cost 2 arms and a kidney and a lung, like, this is really interesting. And I really urge you that if you're in a situation where you need to maybe have a higher grade or higher security backup of Jira, this is definitely going to be the way you're going to want to go. And if you're not backing up your Jira right now and you're just hitting these headaches of, oh man, my users deleted stuff, but oh well, tough luck, like, this is going to be a viable solution for that. Now let's actually try this out. Let's go into Jira and let's try it out. We're going to delete something here. I'm going to go into just a random Jira project here. I'm going to grab this story here, story number 5. And I'm just going to confirm that it's a little old. I want to make sure that this story was made. Yeah, it was updated last week. So this should have been part of a backup. And I'm simply going to delete DP-32. Now, you all internet, remember this. I am like Dory here. I have a 2-second attention span. The moment I click out of the screen, I know I'm going to forget it. So DP-32, that's the number to remember. I'm going to hit delete, and I'm just simply going to delete it. Now that it's gone, I realize I want it back. So I'm going to go back into Rewind, and I'm going to go to my restore. I'm going to go back to the date and time. Let's just go to today. And it did it at backup. And let's hit restore items. You're about to restore your entire instance. You cannot undo this. So this is interesting. The other thing that we can do is we can probably go find it. DP-32. Here it is. And I can just restore to that one. So this is actually easier, right? So you can restore the entire Jira, or you can actually go searching for stuff and just do a simple restore. But what I also saw here is that I can see the version, so that I can see all the different changes that have happened. And so as you can see, this is the data here, but I can go back in time. This is obviously the last updated from this. Is when the last time that it was whatever it created, it's here, and I can compare it. Obviously I didn't make any changes. I just need to bring it back because it's gone. And so I can just simply click on this restore to this version, or I could have done it in the other screen, and it's just gonna go and restore it. This is simple. It's just gonna go. It says, please wait. We're restoring story 5 at how it appeared on January 20. Again, it's not something that I've really touched. Obviously, I went back a little bit too far in time, where I missed whatever update I did last week, but it's okay. For this example, it doesn't matter. I'm really just testing, can I bring something back from the dead? Because you know that once you delete something in Jira, it is gone. And again, if you've ever been in the situation where you've deleted a filter or a dashboard or a story or anything, and you're just like, oh man, well, that's it. Like, it's gone, right? Like, that's just how it works. This is just the rules of using Jira Cloud, is that you can't restore. There's no database that you go back into. And so the fact that you have this available to you, that to be able to very so easily, right? I just did a couple of clicks. I did a search. I went and found what I wanted, or I was able to bring the entire thing over. Like, it is just super, super simple. And it just goes and brings it back. It just works, and it's super, super easy, super intuitive, and just something that, again, if you've ever struggled with these, I can't stress this enough. You want to go start your 30-day trial, make sure you check out the link in the description down below. After a few seconds or minutes, depending on the type of backup you're doing, in my case, it took just about a minute or two, you are going to get an email notification that tells you that the backup is completed. It'll tell you if it passed or it failed. But one thing that I want you to know that I thought was really, really interesting is when the backup is complete, it will bring it back, but notice that it did not restore the same issue type. So it will give you a new ID. So I thought this was interesting. I'm not sure if this is because I didn't do like a full backup. I'm assuming that a full backup would have just brought everything back as it was in that time. But this particular one, it brought back all the data, but it did create a brand new issue. So just keep that in mind, that when you do an individual one, at least from my little quick test here, it will create as a new item. So don't go looking for the old key like I was here. It won't find it that way. So anyways, I still think that this is pretty cool. Again, not being able to restore anything is not good, right? And so at least having an option here is definitely going to be much better. So if you are struggling with your backups, or you just want to be able to pass an audit, this is definitely going to be the plugin that I'm going to recommend for you. So make sure you check out the link in the description down below. Go get all the goodies there, and make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know in the comment section down below. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.
Love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want, and I always give it 100. Don't need